Hey guys, as always, thanks for stopping by. I've got 3 points for you today, and these are not easy. This is not an easy video to make. I just stopped myself a few minutes ago and just said, hey, are you being dramatic? Is this really where you're at? And this is a little bit like Hard Truth Monday, but I don't want the weekend to blow through the weekend without at least getting this out there and get us talking about it. It all came because of something that Sniffin' Joe said yesterday, or made the rounds yesterday. It may have been said 2 days ago, but he said it, and I'm just going to let y'all know some things that I normally would only say maybe over on Patreon, and I think it needs to be talked about. I'm going to give you 3 truths. I want to hear what y'all have to say. I want to have a discussion about this. But this is not super easy, and I don't think I'm being dramatic here. I think it needs to be talked about, and I think it needs to be, you can tell I'm going without a script here, but I think it needs to be part of our regular discussion and move it maybe from the back of our minds closer to the front so we talk a lot more about it. Let me get through all 3 of these points, especially the last one, and then let me see what y'all have to say about that. Buckle up, here we go. Hey, today's episode is brought to you by the USCCA. They step in and protect you after you protect yourself. It's the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. Heaven forbid you were ever in a defensive situation, but if so, the USCCA steps in. They handle your bail, they handle all of your legal fees, and if you need one, they get you a new CCW if yours is confiscated by the police, which it probably will be. I want to encourage you to do your own homework, but make USCCA part of that homework. They'll step in and protect you after you protect yourself. It's a USCCA. I'll have a link to them down below. Check them out. See what you think. Thank you for all those that crush thumbs up. It's fun to go, hey, can we crush thumbs up before the music stops? Thanks. That's a fun game. It's kind of fun. So thanks for that. Now, we are going to have fun tomorrow on Spicy Friday, but for today, I just want to talk to you a little bit. And I've got those 3 points. Here was the genesis of that. The Typical Liberal posted this yesterday, and it was a video where the child sniffer said that the number one threat, the most dangerous thing in America is this. And I'll put it right here because I ain't saying it out loud. Shout out to the YouTube algorithm and the YouTube police. And that got, it got me really thinking and stirring, because of course that's a pile of bull hockey. Nobody who's not trying to sell you something or trying to get a government grant to protect you or something like that, nobody who's not out for something devious would ever believe that. The only people that and they don't even believe it. Sniffin' Joe doesn't believe that. He's trying to sell you something and steer and push things towards communism. That is the end goal. And I think it's offensive. I find it offensive. I don't use that word. I don't know if I've ever used that word on this channel other than from the comment section, you people. But I think it needs to be at least addressed. I'm in a lot of websites and I'm on a lot of message boards. I'm on Reddit a lot, and I'm around those people a lot. The far left a lot. I am, at least in the digital world, a lot, and a little bit in real life. And there is a threat. Now remember, it's not all one. We always like to say the left this. That's your right, but you know what I mean. They're all this. Look at it, a continuum. There is a far left, and this is kind of who we're talking about, but in a lot of ways, they have the microphones. They own the college campuses. They own the minds of the young people. You spend 18 years on your kids, you ship them to college, and they come back thinking that America's awful. And these next 3 things I'm going to throw out there, I didn't make these up flippantly. And it really is where they are. Not all, but a big chunk, especially the far side. Number 1, they want you dehumanized. And I'm talking about, and when I say, I'm not talking about people with this color. I'm talking about anybody that loves this country, loves the Constitution, loves anything that has to do with Andy Griffith and the what makes America amazing and awesome, and anything that's not communist. Anybody that loves this country, first, they're going to want you dehumanized. Watch the words that they used. Look at the words that Sniffin' Joe used. They will call. I was in a thread just last night that was going on and on and on about the GOP and GOP people. And the words that were getting thrown out there began with dehumanization. I don't like playing the Nazi card. I don't. But one thing the Third Reich did is they dehumanized those that they went after. Early 30s, they started massive, organized, and pointed propaganda campaigns to dehumanize their targets first, to call them something besides a human. And we're seeing that today. Oh, I don't want to go through the names, but oh, you're a monster. Oh, you're this. You're just a GOP person, and you're a domestic T. You know what I mean? I don't want to say the word. A domestic T. January 6th. Look at the coverage of January 6th. Number one, they want you dehumanized. Number two, they want you disarmed. Monday, I'm letting the cat out of the bag, but Monday we're going to deal with people that voted for Sniffin' Joe that call themselves Pro-2A. I've said it before. I will stand. It's okay to disagree. I love our disagreements. Y'all didn't like last Hard Truth Monday's point number 2. Y'all disagreed. Johnny, I disagree with you. Well, I disagree that you disagree. It's okay. We're still friends. I'm not backing down from this one. And I'm going to talk about this Monday. If you voted, anyone, you or anybody that voted for the child sniffer, don't call yourselves Pro-2A. You're not. You are not in any way, shape, or form, and I am sticking to that because they have a written, aggressive, and pointed propaganda campaign to disarm you. An armed populace terrifies them. Terrifies. They want you dehumanized, but they also want you disarmed. That's not drama. That is their goal. That is one of the main goals. And finally, they want you dead. And this is the one I stopped myself, and I'm like, Johnny, are those in power? Yeah, they are. I don't want to chase a lot of conspiracies. I do that a little bit on Patreon. My tinfoil hat's sitting up there on the shelf. I own one. I own a tinfoil hat. It fits very well, and I like it. But they want you dead. That is the end game. Ruby Ridge, Waco, etc., etc. And that is the end game. This Chipman thing is not to be taken lightly. It's where we're at today. Dehumanized, disarmed, and eventually dead. I think that needs to move to the forefront of our minds. What say you? Let me know down below your thoughts. This should be a lot of fun. My right to think for myself from my cold, dead hands. Bye.